Steph here at Allen Acres, and today I wanted to show you our family closet.
Hi, my name is Stephanie. I am a mom of 7 and I homeschool. We live on a small 5-acre homestead in a tiny Texas town where we pick farm fresh eggs, milk our goats, and make as much food from scratch as we can. We love spending lots of time outside, learning new ways to live a healthy life, and enjoying all the good things God has given us. Here I'll share about parenting, homeschooling, homesteading, family favorite recipes, and testimonies of God's faithfulness. If you enjoy a tight-knit family, real life moments, and the pursuit of a joy-filled life, you're in the right place. I hope you'll join me on my journey to a happy, healthy home life.
So I got this fabulous idea to start a family closet a while back, but I didn't feel like I had the space to do it. A lot of the people that I had seen, they had used their laundry room or another really large space to make it happen. I decided that I was going to try to get creative and make it happen anyways. One, I do have 7 children. This family closet does not serve all 7 of them. Our oldest daughters, who are adopted, obviously have their closet in their rooms with their clothes. And our baby's clothes are in his own separate space. My 4 younger kids, who at the time of this recording, their ages are 8, almost 9, 7, 5, and 3. Now, the reason I chose to do this is because those 4 kids, they take a large responsibility in getting their own clothes put away when they're clean, and they also are responsible for putting their dirty laundry away and also picking out their clothes each day for the most part. So I thought it would be really nice to have everything centrally located where I could oversee chores each morning, where they're putting their clothes away, and being able to make sure things are done right. It was a lot of work to go from room to room and make sure everybody was doing their part. And this just kind of simplifies things. Anybody that's a mom, whether you have 1 kid or 7, having opportunities to simplify your life and make things a little easier for you is always a bonus. And so that's what this was about for us. Now, I will say this is not the most aesthetically pleasing family closet you will ever see. I actually did this closet about a year ago, and I did it during a time when we were trying really hard to be mindful of our spending. My husband had actually lost his job, but this was a project I wanted to do anyways. So, what I did was I went around my house and I looked for things that I knew I could use to organize the closet and maybe rehome other things to make this work and get what I needed to make it happen. So, you can see behind me that all my cubbies don't match and everything is not all cohesive in color, but it is functional. My kids know where their stuff goes and it works for us. Maybe one day I will update it with matching cubbies and aesthetically pleasing organizational items and show it to you then. But for now, let me show you my very functional family closet. Okay, so on the top row here, this is my daughter's clothes. This is her pajamas, her shorts, and her pants. Now, it's summertime and we've just transitioned our wardrobes and we live in Texas, so we have a lot of heat. So this bin will kind of transition into a swimsuit or shorts overflow drawer. We don't really wear a lot of pants in Texas, so that's a transitional seasonal drawer. Then this is my oldest son's clothes, same thing, pajamas, shorts, and pants. Now he has more pants than my daughter because he actually likes to really work on our homestead and get dirty. And so he has what he calls his work or farming clothes. So he actually has several pairs of pants that he will keep in his drawer year round. But his swimsuits will join his pants as well. And then my 5-year-old son, these are his. This is pajamas, shorts, and pants, just like the others, but he likes to follow in his brother's footsteps. So he also has several pairs of pants that will join his swimsuits because he likes to work on the homestead year round. Now, I mentioned that this closet suits 4 of my children, and that's obviously only 3. So this is the part where I had to get a little bit more creative. My youngest son, he's 3. I did his shorts and his pants over here. This bin is pretty large, so it easily accommodates all of his shorts and his pants. And then up here is what he calls his jammy basket. All of his pajamas are up here. Now, this over here is a hanging organizational item that I've actually had in my house for almost 10 years that I have used for several different things. And so it actually is now housing most of their undergarments. So this has underwear and socks for them. They each have their own individual ones. Now, obviously, I showed you where their shorts and their pants and their swimsuits and their pajamas go, but I have not showed you where their shirts go. So let me show you that.
On the far right, we have my daughter's clothes, her skirts, her shirts, and her dresses. Then we have my 8-year-old shirts, my 5-year-old shirts, and my 3-year-old's shirts. So we have my 8-year-old socks and underwear, my daughter's underwear. She doesn't really wear socks. My 5-year-old socks and underwear, and then my 3-year-old's underwear. Now you'll notice there's no sock space there for him, so I had to get creative again. And this little white basket next to his jammy basket is where his socks go. We also have shoes. Now these are not all of their shoes. These are just the shoes that I like to try to keep from getting in the mud or being destroyed or played with outside or perhaps left in the rain. These are primarily church shoes or going somewhere nicer than the park shoes.
The last 2 things I wanted to mention that I feel like are pretty important to keep our family closet functioning and organized and mostly clean. One, we have a basket for them to put all of their spare hangers. So the general rule is when you get a shirt off of a hanger, you put it in this basket. Now, sometimes they're around the basket, but the goal is that they go in the basket, obviously. Now, most of their clothes are clean right now, and so the basket is not overflowing with hangers, which is good. The other thing that I think is an essential for our family closet is a little step stool. So I keep a little wooden step stool here in the closet so that my little ones can reach their clothes when they need to get them down and hopefully put up their clothes whenever they are doing their laundry chore. You may be asking, how do my 3, 5, 7, and 8-year-old put away their own laundry, especially the 3 and 5-year-old? But one, children are capable of so much more than we give them credit for. And 2, we have a little buddy system in our house. And I might make a video on that some other time. So if you're interested in a video on the buddy system, comment down below and let me know. There are 2 more things I wanted to mention about the success of a family closet that I think are really important. One of them is consistency. I think initially you have to be really consistent, making sure your kids know where their stuff goes and where to put it, and making sure they pick up their stuff at the end of the day. Otherwise, your family closet will just become another mess, just like anywhere else that they've had their clothes in the past. The second thing that I think makes a family closet more functional and more realistic and more helpful is if you pare down your children's wardrobe. I chose to do this a couple of years ago. I used to be in the cycle of always having so many clothes. We got clothes at baby showers and then we would get hand-me-downs. And not so much for my daughter, but especially for my boys. I had so many clothes. It was more clothes than any child could possibly need. And I would always save them thinking that I would use all of them, and I just wasn't. So a couple of years ago, actually, when we moved, I chose to pare down and get rid of a large majority of the clothes that we had. And so I'm not a stickler. I'm not an extreme minimalist. To some people, this may not even look minimal at all. But generally speaking, I try to keep 10 to 12 shirts for each of my kids to have to play with. Now, some people do 5 to 7 or 7 to 10. We live on land. My kids play outside a large majority of the day. So a wardrobe change is often in their day's activities. So 10 to 12 shirts gives me about a week's worth of clothes, sometimes a little bit less. They also, my boys have about 2 to 3 church shirts that they rotate through, and my daughter has about 5 dresses or so. This allows me to keep things pretty minimal as far as laundry is concerned. Again, with the shorts, same thing. They have about 7 to 10 pairs of shorts, and same thing for pants when it's winter time. They each have 2 swimsuits because we do spend a lot of time in the water. The only thing I don't really keep minimal, I would say, is maybe underwear and socks because they go through them so quickly they can easily get ruined. I have a really hard time getting rid of anything extra like that because we're going to use it. So, have you ever tried a family closet before? Was it a success or was it a disaster? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, feel free to drop any suggestions that you may have about how you have had a successful laundry or closet organizational system for your big or small family. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. And thank you so much for joining me on my journey to a happy, healthy home life.